Okay, everybody, so I am doing the fill, and I have already done these 3 fingers here. As you can see, everything's all nice and filled. I covered up the previous mix that I had, this percolator mix, with a bunch of random glitters that I had left over from some of my Easy Flow jars. I was making a bunch of nail art and just had like little bits left over in the jar that weren't enough to really do anything with, so I just threw them all together. And it's basically gold holographic glitter, silver holographic glitter, pink, blue, and I think dark blue. So just a bunch of stuff I just threw in here. And then I'm using my own nail bed that I made. And so, yeah, and then this is the fingers. See, I just did this one. I did these 3, so I'm going to do this one right here. And I'm going to try to work in front of, or I guess on top. My camera is literally in front of my finger, and I'm going to try to work looking over it. Okay. We'll see, and don't laugh if I knock the the tripod over. So let's try to get this so you can see it. And I'm using the CM Nail Supply acrylic. All of the custom powder that I made for this mix. This is like clear and hot pink and yeah, see, and it just lays and flows. I didn't get any in the cuticle area, so that's my fill ball. And then I'm going to make a ball for the body, and I'm going to show you how I do that. I basically put it in the middle, and then I brush it to the front and to the back. Give that some time. No, that's a little too dry. Let's get it right. All right. Okay, so I basically put this in the middle, and excuse me, I spread it across, and then I stroke toward the front, you see, and then I'm gonna brush this to the back. This is awkward doing it from this angle, but I hope you can see. And then any little funny looking bumps, I just use the body of my brush to pat it and like press it down, smooth it out. Okay, I want to add a little bit more on the tip, so I'm going to do that. Okay, right there. And just remember, when you're building, you want to pat. Okay, you don't want to wipe it off if you're trying to build it up. So you see that? How I just patted it? Let me try to get this to focus. It's a little too close. For some reason it doesn't like to focus when it's really, really close. But let me see. There. You see? It's all filled in. They're all filled. Well, not all of them, but let me do the thumb really quick. And it's not unusual for me to cover a mix with another mix, because it's just easier than trying to file it off or soak it off or anything. I'll just file it down a little bit and cover it up. So I'm doing that, and then I'm gonna stroke back this way. Let's get some more. The brush I use is a Easy Flow Grand Artist Oval number 508. I've been using this brush for a very, very, very long time. And then it's basically a number 8. I'm comfortable with number 8s. I've never really, had a reason to use anything bigger than that. I mean, it's works for me. Stroking that. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in the middle and stroke it out both ways to the top and the bottom. Pat out any bumps. Okay, and I need a little bit more on the tip. And I'm patting it in. You see that? How I'm patting it and it's just melting in like that? That's what you want. You got to know when to pat and when to stroke. Because sometimes if you're stroking, you're just wiping it all off. And it's going to take forever to build up. And when you're patting, you want to do that when you're trying to build it up. So there's that. I want just a little bit more in the cuticle area, but that's pretty much it. That's my fill. As you can see, it's really smooth already. I'm not going to have to do a whole lot of filing, and that's how it should be. So if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them. I'll try to help you out if you need help as best as I can. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And I don't know what design I'm going to do on these. I'm waiting for some stuff to come in, some new nail art. I ordered some stuff from Designer Nail Supply and all these other places. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these yet. So I'm going to finish this nail and then file and buff. And that's all, okay? Guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Guys, I'm back. Bye. I am using the electric file to file my nails. I initially wasn't going to film this part, but I mean, why not, right? So here's my drill. I already did these 2 fingers, and this is a fine bit, so it's not even medium, okay? So I'm going to turn it on and work on my middle finger, and hopefully this shows up right. So you guys know my method. I always use the bottom of the barrel for the bottom of the nail, and then the middle of the barrel for the middle. And then as I work my way up toward the cuticle, I slant it like this at a 45-degree angle and just lightly work my way around. Not using a whole lot of pressure. And then again, like I said, the sanding bit that I'm using is fine, so it's not like I'm soaking off and I have to take a lot of product down. Excuse me. So I'm just looking for any major bumps, and then I hold the nail like this, And what I want to do is bevel down. I talked about in the previous video how you have to make sure the tip of your nail isn't like thick like a book, you know. You want to kind of make it tapered on the ends. It's just a little awkward to film like this, so I hope you guys can see. Okay, so I'm pretty much satisfied with it the way it is, and I'm going to move on to the next one. Same process. I need a dust collector. I do plan to buy one because when I do this, you know, it makes a lot of dust, and I admit that in my career I haven't really ever used face masks. I just recently started using them about a week ago, so pray for my lungs because I've been doing this for a long time without ever, you know, using a face mask or a dust extractor. So to everybody out there, please use some protection. Protect yourself from the dust because a lot of nail techs do end up with lung issues and, you know, from years of breathing in the dust. Okay, so we'll do this one. I hope the noise isn't too bad for my drill. I talked a little bit before in another video about carbide bits. I don't really use carbide bits like that. Every now and then I use a safety bit for fills, or I may use the coarse one for soak-offs, but I don't really like carbide bits. I think they're kind of dangerous. I'm not saying that, you know, nobody can use them, you know, in the right way. I'm sure there's plenty of people who do, but I'm just saying for me, you know, I'm not comfortable using carbide bits too much. Alright, let me look at that and double down. Okay, so I'm pretty much satisfied with that. I've already shaped them, although it's late and something might be a little off. See, this one isn't as pointy. Then basically what I do is I use a sponge buffer and I buff them. I've already done those two. I'm not doing this as well as I could, obviously, because I'm filming and it's a little awkward doing this with the camera in front of my hand, between me, I should say, and my hand. So, but you get the point. Buff. Get it nice and smooth. Get those edges. And I'm going to take my oil. And I'm using Tammy Taylor's Peach Cuticle Oil. That's my all-time favorite cuticle oil. Been using it forever. It's really, really rich and it smells good. Oh, I noticed I didn't dust off. I normally would have dusted off, but I didn't. So, forgive me, but there they are. Those are my filled nails. My index finger always points out this way. It's retarded. But there they are. And I'm going to turn this camera off and finish my other hand. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this and that it was helpful to you. So, let me know. All right, bye.